What does home mean to you? Sound Space 2 is an exploration of people's experience of home. You have an experience of home. I have an experience of home. At our Sound Space events, we asked anyone we could ask what home meant to them. And here are some of their responses. Home is freedom from judgment. Home is being heard. Home is listening. Home is justice. Home is my body. Home is the universe. Home is to be alive. Home is love and laughter. Home is my kids. Home is my family. Home is music and dance. Home is my room. Home is my life's journey. Home is New York City. Home is my job. Home is security. Home is a hot, yummy meal. Home is love. Home is motherhood. Home is my partner. Home is warmth. Home is good stories. Home is moments of peace. Home is time together. Home is where my dog is. Home is comfort. Home is where art is hung. Home is Romania. Home is joy. Home is belonging. Home is cocoon. Home is nature. Home is light. Home is stress-free. Home is my heart. Home is sushi. Home is sunny days. Home is memory. Home is community. Home is safety. I want to go home. Sound Space 2 Home is a collection of original musical and visual art created by artists who have experienced homelessness. inviting dialogue through performances in public spaces. I'm Karisa Antonio, Lantern Community Services Director of Arts and Culture. To build this multidisciplinary project, several independent collaborations with professional artists began in 2019, each exploring the unique personal experience of home. Composer, improviser Sam Kulik conducted songwriting workshops with Lantern musicians and poets, resulting in 8 original songs featuring Kulik on guitar, trombone, and vocals, Goussy Célestin, keyboard and vocals, Jessica Pavone, bass, Rohin Khemani, drums, and myself on the oboe. Artists Kerry Downey, Sonja Rohde, Ann Yee, and Patrick Costello led collaborative art-making workshops across all Lantern buildings, forming large-scale tapestries reflecting on home with unique and individual symbols. Photographer Chantal Heinen collaborated with 4 Lantern photographers, presenting experiences of migration, family, and place through the camera lens. Lantern also commissioned 3 large-scale original works about home from Lantern artists Michael Deegan, Alvin Hill, and Jaden Avery Love. Works from all the SoundSpace collaborations were presented in the fall and winter of 2019 through 3 interactive performance events, inviting participation and input from the public. Attendees were asked to reflect on their own experience of home through video, art making, and photography led by Pankaj Khadka, Chantal Heinen, international students from the School of Visual Art, and artists from the Community Access Art Collective. What does home mean to you? At Lantern, we often think about home in this way because our artists struggle with the housing crisis in ways that no one should have to. But when I pose this question to our artists and ask them to respond through art, music, poetry, photography, can you imagine what would come out of that? Our homes collide. They coincide. They pass each other by. So perhaps the best thing we can do is stop, turn to each other, and ask, what does home mean to you?
Did you fall so far from your brighter days?
So, what does home mean to you? All right, you're rolling.
Okay.
What is home to me? Home is a lot of things. So let me just give you a few words.
Home is where you find love and peace.
Anything within 5 boroughs of the city of Manhattan.
Home reminds me of where you somewhere you feel safe and When I think of safe, I think of family. Like, whether it's the one you're born with or one that you create yourself.
I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and I've never stopped calling that home, although I've lived over half my life since that year. Going home to Massachusetts, I always say
home means where I feel really warm, like the deep inside of my heart, but also just thinking of home gives me strength to keep going.
Home is where I hang my art. And my piece here says the same thing. Living in New York City, I don't have much space, so my art space is also like my home. So it's my home.
Just like loving it. Where can I be myself? And it's my comfort zone. It's my safe place.
Home for me is like going back to my mom's belly. How would you like to go back?
So for me, home is definitely about security. It's about familiarity. It's the ultimate chance of rest, relaxation, and laziness. I feel like in a time where we're supposed to be ever woke and ever present, sometimes home is the place that you're allowed to be like lackadaisical and lazy and familiar and comfortable as possible.
Home is security. Home is safety. Home is a ton of love. Home is peace of mind.
When I eat my mom's foods, I feel so happy, because in here I eat foods by myself. I miss my mom so much. So when I can eat food with my family, it's like the most happy thing ever to me. So home is food to me now.
So I will include my piece, right? I'll talk about this. So home to me is all inclusive, right? And that's why I wanted to pick this, that so many different places can be your home, because simply put, we own this. This is ours, you know what I'm saying? This belongs to us. And every single other planet that we love to forget about, right? And so I'm just saying that, like, home to me personally is everywhere. People shouldn't be like, they shouldn't think that their homes can only be one place. Because, oh, I'm American, so let me go to my American home. Or, oh, I'm this, so let me go over here. No, it's just that, can you live and breathe? Can you breathe? Do you have two eyes? Because I do too. I've seen some really beautiful things. I'd like to show you, you know what I'm saying? That's what home is.
And my idea of home is someplace where I can be like my sanctuary, someplace that I can be comfortable. I cannot control what goes on outside, but in that house, that's my space, and it's special. It's where I go for my soul to be replenished and just relax and be comfortable. I stayed at the club for 7 years, for 8 years. I was homeless. I've been evicted from my apartment. And through the lottery, I now live in a luxury high-rise, 42nd Street, in the Theater Row, and that's been right next door to where I made my last professional performance as a dancer in 1995. So that's right next door. So I am really appreciative of what home means to that. So that's what home means to me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot because, it's like all these and yeah, and I still remember somebody said that home is where you can breathe, and I really like that. Home is somewhere you can kind of go to and take a breath for yourself at the pace that you want. It's like a freedom to do as you please.
If I think about home in abstract, I always think about the joyous occasions. I think about family. I think about love. I think about community, friends and family. I think about a space where I can relax and just my kids, my community, my family.
I think the idea of home means to me being able to just relax, be myself, stress-free, and just my space may not be fabulous, but it's what I make it to be. So, you know, some people look for the glitz and the glamour. They gotta have all this and all that. For me, if I can come home, open my door, and be able to rest and relax and fix up my house the way that I want it to be fixed, that's home for me.
Home is love. Like, that's where I am with my tribe. That's where I'm with people who understand me. So, yeah.
I was born in Mount Sinai Hospital, and no matter where I've been or where I've lived, once I'm in the domain of the 5 boroughs, I'm home.
Home is like love to me, because love covers everything. I think home is the same thing. And I also am a firm believer is home is wherever you are.
What distinguishes home for me is a place where I feel centered and relaxed, safe, I don't know, refilled, replenished. So that's what home is to me.
You can invite people into your home, which is like inviting them into you. You know? So I just see it as like everywhere. And especially, I used to be homeless. So like, I mean, yeah, I slept on like the highway, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, even then, the reason why I got kicked out of my spot was because I was tanning. I mean, that's what I was doing. I was tanning naked. I called the cops. But I'm just saying, like, literally, it's like any place can be your home, and you should never feel like you have to be pushed aside somewhere because you're not important in this little box right here.
So before we even begin, I'd like to take one moment to just listen to the sound of the room as it is right now. And I'd like to take a moment to turn to somebody standing near you and say something, say your name or say hello, and then exchange a little bit of sound and listen to what the person has to say back to you. So just do that for a moment as well.
Listen to the choir, listen to the organ play. Listen to the sound of sunrise on a brand new day. Listen to the TV, listen to the radio. Listen to your neighbor, tell you what he wants you to know.
Listen to the words that all people have to say. Listen to what could be, listen to what may. Listen to my truth, listen to everybody's truth. No, it takes a long, long time to truly listen.
Listen to the ears that listen for a harmful lie. When you feel a struggle, listen for the reason why.
Listen to what's wrong and what you need to make it right. Listen for the high, high F in the queen of the night.
People have a need to be listened to when they speak. If you take it all in, you can find a solution. Sometimes the people speak a good word, sometimes they don't. Your job is to listen. What can happen if you won't? Sounds can be misheard. words can be misinterpreted.
So don't interrupt. Be polite when you disagree.
Listen to the world and it will listen back to you. Listen with acceptance, listen with responsibility. Listen with humor, listen with musicality.
Listen to the singer sing about a fine romance. Listen to the DJ make you have to get up and dance. Listen to Sarah Vaughan. Listen to Oscar Peterson.
Listen to David Bowie. Listen to Nicki Minaj. Listen to the sound. Listen, if you do not like it, you can turn